Trophallaxis is a behavior where two individuals come together. They look like they're kissing, but actually one is regurgitating and the other one's drinking it. This is a behavior that's very common in social insects like ants, bees, and wasps, but it also happens in other species that are a bit more distant. So for example, birds often feed their young through trophallaxis. There are even cases of dogs feeding their young this way. And people could debate whether kissing might be some derived form of trophallaxis, but yeah, I'd say it's a debate. We used proteomics, we did various types of mass spectrometry to look at what kind of small molecules are there. We looked at the types of RNAs, and we found there's so many different things that are being passed through this behavior that are not just food. And so that really opened up the possibilities of what this behavior could be transmitting. And since then, we've been trying to figure it out. They're actually sharing hormones, proteins, their microbiome, all sorts of things through trophallaxis. And what it ends up doing is creating a kind of distributed metabolism. So it ends up sort of creating an economy within the colony that allows certain individuals to bear the costs and others to bear the benefits. We need to come up with creative ways to understand why they are doing what they are doing. And maybe there are things that they are very focused on that we don't understand. So for example, one of the experiments in the lab that we're working on now is to see whether they can detect the different materials in trophylactic fluid. So can they detect the hormones? Can they detect the proteins? Can they detect the RNAs? Can they detect the sugar? What can they detect? And we see that they can detect surprisingly little of it, which is fascinating. And that's really exciting because in cooperation, sometimes it is more advantageous to be ignorant of other people's opinions. So, we think about this when we think about voting, right? If you read the polls and you see, it's completely biased, it's not worth it for me to vote. It's still worth it for you to vote. And not knowing each other's opinions, not knowing each other's status promotes that, which I think is a really fascinating outcome of these studies.